Hi guys, what you need here? It's pretty late in the night, but since I had a little difficulty sleeping, I slept about 3 hours. Woke up around minutes to 12. It's about one something in the night, so I'm up. So I decided to talk about something I didn't talk about with you guys, which is J. Rock Williams versus Jason Rosario. I didn't talk about that. So let's talk about it a little bit. That fight, I looked at it. Was it today? Today or yesterday. I didn't watch the fight actually, and it is a big upset this year. But a lot of people have been saying different things about J Rock. I think they knew going into this fight that Rosario was a hard puncher, strong guy, and trained his ass off to face J Rock. But I think that what happened in that fight was Rosario's a pretty decent counterpuncher. Like when you hit him, like if you counterpunch him, he will counterpunch you back. He came very quickly back with the right hand. He has some good counterpunching ability. However, J Rock was starting to control him and control the fight. Rosario did hurt him. Busted up his eye with a counter left. J Rock, even though he had a little bit of problem with his vision, I don't think that's the reason why he got stopped. In fact, J Rock started backing up Rosario, I think in round 4. And then in the 5th round, he was backing him up when he got caught with a counterpunch. Stephen Redmond was giving him some very good advice on how to circle. He wasn't circling the correct way all the time. How he should circle Rosario. I think that his getting his eye bust up, his both eyes were pretty badly bruised, and this showed you how punishing Rosario was. I think he's from the Dominican Republic or something like that. But what I say is that I think that at the end of the day, this fight was one in which Rosario hurt J Rock and then he finished it. Okay? Now J Rock was hurt pretty bad. However, he could have continued, but I think that you can't fault the referee for stopping the fight there. Okay? They have an immediate rematch, so that means J Rock is going to get his opportunity to avenge his loss to Rosario. I think that J Rock has the capability to beat Rosario. I think he was doing some pretty good things, and he got caught with a counterpunch. And Rosario was catching him, time and time. But J Rock was controlling it. Actually, Rosario had his great time was in the 2nd round. J Rock controlled the 1st round. The 2nd round, Rosario really did surprise J Rock with some really good punches and hurt him. But then in the 3rd and the 4th round, J Rock took back control with his jab particularly. His jab was working very well. And he wasn't trying to fight Rosario on the inside because I guess Rosario was more of a rough houser. He was trying to get to the inside actually off his jab. Kind of similar to what we did with Jamar Jones. But he had success getting to the inside. And he was bobbing, weaving, and countering. And his main counter was with the counter right. But then he started changing it up a little bit because Rosario could counter off his left or his right, which is very interesting. It kind of reminded me of the guy who was facing Billy Joe Saunders, how he was so quickly countering. Rosario was doing something like that. That's heavy hands, you can tell. So, J Rock probably was aware of all of this going into the fight. I just think that he still didn't quite adjust to Rosario. He didn't adjust, especially to the counterpunching of Rosario. At first, Stephen Bradman Edwards was telling him that he was overcommitting to his right hand. He was reaching with the right hand. So he had made an adjustment to that and started rolling out of the shots. And then I think a little bit later on, he started circling the right way, which is circling to the right of, to his right, which would have been to Rosario's left, because trying to stay away from Rosario's right hand, which Rosario was countering him with the right hand at first. And he was getting success with that. Using the jab to establish distance a bit against Rosario, and then work his way in to start to really counter him on the inside. Work on the inside, step around him. So what this fight, though, told me, and it's very intriguing, is that, a lot of people say that this fight makes Mayweather look good. I would say that if you're not up to facing a fighter, if you're not really ready to face a fighter, especially a motivated fighter who is coming in an underdog in a fight, you can get beat. And J-Rock is an excellent boxer. Nobody questions that. And then under the circumstances where he got cut over his eye, people using that as an excuse for why he lost. I don't think so. He was coming back. I think that he underestimated the counter-punching ability of Rosario. And, you know, he got caught flush, and he did not recover. He didn't recoup in time. He took a lot of punishment. He was actually trying to clinch up Rosario. Couldn't get it. He couldn't get the clinch in there. And the reason, this is for J-Rock and for all boxers, is when you get hurt by a fighter, you have to stay close to them. Rosario was trying to separate and keep distance so he could leverage his punches. You have to grip him up. You have to actually grip up the hand of the guy. You got to lock him up. And that's something that J-Rock will have to learn, the craft of clinching properly. Because, you know, when you get hurt, you gotta lock up on those motherfuckers. I don't care how rough they are. You gotta lock up on them. And I can cite Floyd versus Shane Mosley, where Mosley was just teeing off on Floyd. Floyd kept close to him, real close to him. You've got to stay like almost like you're a buddy. You're a friend. You're right up on the person, you know, so that you smother them. And it's not easy to do, especially if a guy's aware that you're going to try and do that. But that guy was very motivated. And so that's some of the things I noticed J-Rock could improve in this game. Anyway, that's what I got to say. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Big upset this year. J-Rock Williams getting stopped by Jason Rosario. Big win for him, but they have a rematch in which I think J-Rock can take it back. Hopefully he does. If he doesn't, well, we've seen this time and time again with guys upset other guys. We've seen Anthony Joshua. He got upset, right, by Andy Ruiz. Good fight. We saw J-Rock Williams upset the big 154-pound welterweight, Jared Hurd. We saw Tony Harrison upset Jermell Charlo. It happens in boxing. And therefore, it's not easy to, you know, especially early in your career where you're really being tested and you don't have that experience yet. It's not as easy as it looks. All right, and that's a credit to Floyd Mayweather. It's not his zero or how he got to 50-0. I think the thing that really stands out is how he was able to face every challenge, every test, every situation he was confronted with. And if you guys go watch his earlier fights, he was tested really severely by guys like, you know, short little guy. I can't remember his name. He was a very vicious fighter. He was heavily tested by various people, and he passed the test. All right, it's not as easy as it sounds. So I'm just gonna let you guys know that. Of course, if you're fighting, and again, you cannot underestimate anyone. You have to train your ass off for everyone. That's the key here. All right, peoples. Well, I'm out of here. Catch you guys later in another video. Peace.